Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of On the Pole here from Blinker Farm TV. Looks like we got everything acclimated just fine. The ticker's running good, mouth feeling good. I think we're ready for a great night of racing here. You're looking at the 28 there. Barry Tollison. Right there behind him in the number 22, Ben Summerford. Now we're taking the Arca cars around Echo Park here tonight, otherwise known as Atlanta. Got the 71 there. Trying to figure out the number on that one. Up there to the high side. Just trying to figure out, that is the 36 at Jack's, or no, the 36 there is the Jackson Miller machine, Dr. Pepper. I'm trying to figure out who. There it is, 77, that's Adam Sprinkle. And that gray James Wagner welding machine. Down here off the corner at 15, having some issue here tonight of Gary Miller in that Polaroid machine. BMBB back here in the 83. Down there on the bottom side, ends up coming up and spinning somebody. I want to say, I don't know who that might have been. There we see the 13. Little Caesars machine of Chris Ramsey. Chad Hawkins there in the 84. Checker flag waves here in the, in the something or other. Practice. And we head on down through here. Got the 84 coming out for qualified. I see Tim Richardson there in that number 2. Coming on out on track. There's the 83 of Liam Beebe coming out in that Hooch-sponsored machine. Down there out of the corner 4, coming here to the start-finish line, coming down here. Going to take that flag, get his laps underway. I see other drivers down there across your bottom of your screen as they're coming out on their out lap, trying to get a decent time. We're watching Liam Beebe go around the top side here. Coming there through the middle of 4, now off. Down here across the stripe, got about 3.5 minutes to go. There you see Tim Richardson in that 2. Sprinkle so far has your quick time of a 32.496. Matt Warhol, that's a 32.519. Eric Copthorne with a 32.520. Chris Ramsey with a 32.536. Brandon McKee there with a 32.584 for 5th place. Hawkins now jumps up in front of Sprinkle, so does Grace. Watching that at 13, now you're back at the 2, now you're back at the 83. Of Liam Beebe, currently sitting in 13th. Going to try to improve that time. And at 13 there of Chris Ramsey. Currently sitting in 10th as he's down there along the bottom side. Number 17 of Mike Presley. I work down there through the corner. Currently sitting there, Presley in 10th. We're looking there at 36. Jackson Miller, who hasn't come out and put down a lap yet. And there you see the 27 of Ryan Hunter. Jimmy Pilot down there. He's got 2nd right now. Barry Tollison there in 1st with a 32.392. Drivers still continue to lay in some laps. There you see Jackson Miller coming around, see what his time is. Currently in 18th with 32.674. See if he can increase that time any. Ace and Sprinkle separated by a few thousandths of a second. Wayne Isabel back here in the 6. Jackson Miller up there in the 11th with a 32.469. Watching Isabel right now. Isbell, sorry. Wayne Isbell. Isbell. There's Wayne comes there off the corner. Let's see what he can do. He's sitting there with a 32.551. Can he get any quicker this second lap? Down off the corner they go. Driving at number 6, Coors Machine. 24 seconds to go here in qualifying. As he comes up here, comes across the stripe. Wayne will get into 15th with 32.502. Mark Martin, he come out on track, but not going to have time to get anything done. He comes around here with 5, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. I don't think Norton got a time. All right, here we go at the grid. We got Barry Tollison there out front. Jimmy Pilot there second. Levi Williams third. Ben Summerford there in fourth. Chad Hawkins fifth. Dylan Grace there in sixth. Ryan Hunter seventh. Matt Parker, otherwise known as Ace, there in eighth. Adam Sprinkle ninth. Eric Copperthorne in 10th. Jackson Miller 11th. Brandon McKee starting in 12th tonight. In 13th is going to be starting Mike Presley with Matt Warhol to his outside in 14th. Wayne Isabel in 15th. Tim Richardson in 16th. Chris Ramsey 17th. Jamin Bennett there in 18th. Gary Miller 19th. Liam Beebe there in 20th. Mark Morton there in 21st. Tyler Manning in 22nd. Samuel Lucier there in 23rd. Jack Wilkinson there in 24th. 25th tonight, that's going to round out your field with Travis Eccles. Hopefully I didn't butcher anybody's names. If I did, I am sorry. Wait for Fred to lead them off pit road. All right, driver, get ready for a great night of racing here from Echo Park. Got 50 laps on the board. Green flag down to the corner number one. They go. Barry out front. Down there on the bottom side also is Levi Williams. Underneath it, Jimmy. As Jimmy fights back out on the outside. Coming there off of two down that backstretch. I see everybody working together there trying to keep everything moving. As we're coming around here off of lap number one. Down here through the back, or front stretch, I'm sorry. Got them all single file out there in front. Mike Presley having some issues as he's already jumped to the pits. Not sure what happened there to him, as we got the 6 also involved. I think Tim Richardson back here. You got Ace there stuck at 9th up there on the top side in that number 96. Going 3 wide, a little farther back. Got the 3 there in the middle. Or, sorry, 31, Brandon McKee. They battle it all off the corner. There you see Ben Summerford back there in 5th. Chad Hawkins in 4th. 50 laps of distance. So a lot of ways to go here around Echo Park. And see them all working together, all slicing, dicing all over the place there. That makes me nervous. When these drivers get slicing and dicing like that, I get very nervous because sometimes that can upset the car enough to get the bumpers to interlock at weird angles. So if you're pushing somebody and they're going and zigzag like that, and it's kind of tough. You want to stay square to them, but you can sometimes end up off of them as well. And then when you try to get back in there for the draft, it ends up pushing them away. So the Barry Tollefson out there in front, got a lap down machine there. Not sure who that is. Wayne Isabel in the 6, up there against that outside wall, ends up into the outside wall. Coming there off a 2, back down that back straightaway, gets out of the way of everybody okay. Mike Presley in the 17, I believe has called it enough. He has pulled it back to the hauler. Working down here off the straightaway, 3 wide. There you see the 36 of Jake Jackson Miller working his way through the middle. Up there to the 22. The 84 of Chad Hawkins on under the lead. That outside lane gets a run. Tyler now dips down below. He's going to take his shot at getting the lead, which he will do here. Coming into 3 and 4. Leaving Chad Hawkins up there on the top side. Down across the stripe, still side by side. Hawkins now takes the lead up there on the top side. Top side gets a little bit more organized. Oh, hang on to it there, Jackson. Don't want to really lose it too much like that. Nice Collins right there to get off just a little bit. You see that 12, Dylan Graves, he's kind of tail whipping as well. Darking down back across the stripe here at lap number 10. These drivers doing all they can. Really got a nice pack race going on here tonight. And they get ready to come back down the back stretch. Trying to see who might be down there on the back. Right in front of the leaders. As Chad Hawkins hangs on to the lead. I know I saw that is the number 20 of Jack Wilkinson. Going a lap down up there on the top side. Yellow flag is out. Exactly unsure of what happened. Hey, see him coming down through here off the corner there. There was your caution. Trying to figure out who's at fault there, because that was the 6 that went around. Wayne Isbell. They were 3 wide there, and he ends up back across. Hits the 88 of Mark Morton, who takes a spin. Here at lap number 12. Working down the backstretch. See if we can get Wayne in here so I can make sure I'm saying his last name right. Hot shots. Good evening there, Wayne. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are you guys?
I'm doing fairly well. I just have a couple questions here. One, now, how do you say that last name? Is it Isbell?
Yes, sir. Isbell.
Isbell. Okay. And then, how's that car feeling tonight?
It's pretty bad. We had a good run in qualifying, starting 15th, and the issue, my teammate was right in front of me in 13th, and his steering wheel died, and I didn't know, and I tried to come up a little bit, and then I just clipped his right rear quarter panel, and it just destroyed my race. My race is practically done now. I got 4 minutes of repairs from that wreck from the 79, just turning me a little bit, and then obviously the 20's mad because I couldn't steer the car into turn 1 and was off the pace, and he got turned by me by accident, and he's pretty mad. So it is what it is. It's the Arca cars here at Atlanta. It's just not been the best night to come back after 2 weeks off and start it off like that. But you know, we'll try to get back up there and see if we can't get some points for the team tonight.
That's all you can do. I mean, hopefully your season can get a little better.
Right now, the Super Speedway Series has not been the best series so far to start out this season. I mean, I'm low in points. The teammates have been doing good, and but I mean, hopefully here in the second half of the season coming up, we start making some progress and fighting our way up in points and can get a good finish.
Well, good luck to you, and hopefully you can get the car together enough for you to get back out there and gain a few points.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the time.
All right, that was Wayne sitting down there in the pits right now trying to get that car back together enough. Now you heard somebody in front of him had some steering wheel issues. Ended up, steering wheel died, and that led to chaos. Unfortunately, technical issues will happen like that here in the sim world. Just like it can out on an actual racetrack. These drivers put up with technical difficulties, internet issues, PCs overheat, steering wheels disconnecting. I've heard of steering wheels coming off in people's laps just as if they would in an actual race car. I mean, I forget. I know I heard something about one time a real-life race car driver tried to steer with his hand right on the shaft because the steering wheel unclipped and fell off. Now we got him fighting there on the top side. There you see the 22 of Ben Summerford there in first. Up there on the top side, Chad Hawkins in third, trying to battle his way up there, get that top lane moving along, and then work here off of 2 down that backstretch here, lap number 16. Rowdy right up there to the bumper of Summerford. Hang on there, coming down through the front stretch. Another lap in the books. Single file down there on the inside for the top 5. Battle taking place back here at 5th. With Adam Sprinkle down there on the outside, or I'm sorry, no, on the inside. He got, all right, now we got him a little bit more in single file. 28 gets shuffled out of line of Barry Tollison. And come down the front stretch, almost getting 3 wide there. They will go, well, no. The 84 said no, or 28, I'm sorry, saying no, we are not going 3 wide. We're going to keep it all double file for now as you come off of 2. He hopped up there in front of the 84. You got the 77 of Adam Sprinkle there on the high side as well. And you got a lot happening here in mid-pack. Out front, it's all single file for the first 5. Adam Sprinkle running that upper line. Now they're getting ahead of steam up there on the high side. Trying to see if they can get it to roll. Down here off a corner, number 3 and 4. Everybody hanging it out as they come down across the stripe here at lap number 19. Piling there in second. Right up against the bumper here, Ben Summerford. Jackson Miller there third. Dylan Grace in fourth. Jamin Bennett there in fifth. And inside lane, stays strong. Single spot more down there across the bottom side. Next position to have a battle is back here with Ace, who's battling Adam Sprinkle right now. Down across the stripe, it's going to be Ace holding on to that 7th position, but that outside lane of Adams coming along, got up there to the back bumper of the 75, Jamin Bennett. Working down that backstretch here at lap number 21. Ace now jumps up there in front of the 75, and the 75 ends up in the wall, ends up coming down across the nose of Adam Sprinkle. That's going to bring out the caution. I don't know if anybody else got caught up there as Adam Sprinkle spun. So you watch it here. 75 ends up in the top wall, comes back down. And I want to say the 77 tried to check up, and that's when he lost it. Great job keeping it down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Getting it straightened out. Great job by these drivers behind them, heads up there. They worked their way around. So I want to say Adam Sprinkle didn't touch him, but definitely jacked the brakes enough to get him to spin around. We're on board here. You'll see that 75 slide up the wall into the outside wall, come down, and yeah, I don't know if he fully hit the brakes or what happened here. I don't think that car is happy. Well, that's a caution light there on the dash. I'm unsure. Lap 23 in the books. Yeah, that's apparently the caution light there on the dash to the right side of the display. You saw it blinking there, and as they come across and got the one to go, that light quit. Never noticed that before. Dylan Grace back here in 5th. Jackson Miller there 6th. Ryan Hunter there 7th. Brandon McKee there 8th. Gary Miller 9th. Tyler Manning there 10th. Now you've got drivers up front, all set, ready to rock and roll. Green flags out. Look at Piling get a great run there for the start. Down there on the inside. The 22 falls in behind. That outside lane disappears. Everybody takes that shot down there on the inside. Working down there through off the corner. Matthew Barker up there in 3rd. Ben Summerford there in 2nd. You got that 12 with Dylan Grace there. Liam Beebe, what a run for them tonight as they're up here in the 8th. Tyler Manning, he's doing a great job out here as well as he's up 15 spots from where he started. Battling there for that 7th spot with Liam. 25 laps to go. Caution will be out. Trying to figure out here who that one was. Trying to find out who's all tore up. But I saw somebody take a dive here at the back of the pack. I'm just not sure where. There it is. 27 gets loose. Collects the 15 right there with the 79. They bounce off the 79 and then back up the racetrack goes the 27. That's Ryan Hunter. And then you see the 98 there getting turned. Eric Copperthorne. Eric Copperthorne along for the ride, and they come back up. The 13 dodges it. Yeah, 27 making a beeline for the apron. Dylan Grace there in 4th. Tyler Manning there in 7th. Having said up 15 spots. "23 laps to go." Getting double fouled now here as we get ready for the restart. Now we take a green flag. It'll be 21 to go. All right, everybody that's watching is enjoying tonight's race here on the pole here from Flicker Farm TV. Get ready for the restart. Fred's got it down there. Bonnie's going to wave that green flag. Ben Summerford out there in second, now third. As that inside line gets another great start. There's Piling gets him rolling. Ace comes down there in second. Side by side there with Ben. As you see the 12 there, Dylan Grace trying to get work along the top side as well. And getting a little dicey there a little bit farther back. As you see at 36 coming up there in line now. Bottom side getting all lined up. The top side as well getting all lined up. Ben Summerford to the lead with Dylan Grace up there on the high side trying to keep a hold of second as they roll down through the front stretch. Down here in the quarter number 1. 20 laps to go, sorry. And they work down through this back. Coming off of 2. Here in the Arca cars. And you see that 31 there, jumping up to the high side, I believe. Nope, that's not who I thought it was. 78. No, 88. I'm sorry. 88 jumping up there to the high side. Mark Mort caution is out. Possibly Chad Hawkins. Take a look at it here. And see them all just bunched up there and getting a little bit of a push. Not sure what happened there. Looks like 27 up there on the top side. Come into the corner, just couldn't get checked up, ends up loose, slides down into the 84. Puts the 84, Chad Hawkins, up into the outside wall. Down pit road they come. For some drivers anyway. .22, Ben out still up front. Matthew Barker sitting in second. They got Jackson Miller there third. Lap numbers, or 16 laps to go. Lights go out on the pace car. We're side by side as they get heated up here for hopefully the last time. We'll see. All right, coming here to the line. Green flag is out. Down here through turn 1 and 2, off of 2, down that back straightaway. All right, off of turn 4, side by side. Mark Morton has the lead with Barker there in second. Dylan Grace there third. 13 laps to go. Morton jumps up there to that high side, tries to block it. As Ace is down there on the inside. Look out. And Pilot almost ends up in the middle of a mess there. Levi Williams, and somebody does. We got the 13 back here, 79 of Matt Warhol. And we see it here. That 5 up there at the top, or 75 up there at the top, gets into the back of the 83. See if that's what causes it. Not quite. Looking there at 79 of Warhol. No, not down there. All right. So, where the heck did caution happen at? I'm not seeing one here. There it is. I thought I saw that involved. There you go. There's the 78 Tyler Manning up into the outside wall as well. We see that 79 come down into the 78. Tyler Manning taking a shot there. Here with 13 laps to go. We'll be back after a commercial break. He'll finish this one out. Hopefully.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, good evening there, Ben. Hopefully your night's going well. Out here into corner number 1, 9 laps to go. Out here into the back stretch. Out here off corner number 2, still side by side. Ace up there in front. Morton there in second. Levi Williams at third. Dylan Grace now up to third there on the bottom side. Levi Williams there in fourth. Pylan there in fifth. Jackson Miller there in sixth. Brandon McKee there in seventh. Ben Summerford there in eighth. Gary Miller there ninth. Eric Copperthorne there in 10th. Adam Sprinkle there in 11th. Barry Tolson there in 12th. Travis Eccles there in 12th now. And on back through the backstretch here. Back out there on turn number 1. Caution back out here. Trying to figure out where problem lies. I would see him stack up down there on the bottom side. Well, that was the last caution. I need this caution. All right, so that was the number 20 there I saw having issues. So we'll get Jack Wilkinson on camera here. Not sure what happened there. Oh, looks like the 79 gets up there and gets into the back of the 20, sending him down the racetrack into the 83, which puts the 83 up into that outside wall. I don't think that 79 is making too many friends out here tonight. That is Matt Warhol. Five laps to go. Dylan Grace up here second. Mark Morton up there in front. Ace back here in third. Pyland in fourth. Great, strong running cars up front here. Got ahead of Mark Morton if his stats are correct on my end. He's up 20 spots from where he started, so he really had to drive that thing up through the field here tonight. All right, here we go. Back out here. Pace car pulls off side by side, ready for a 3-lap shootout. And come down here across the stripe. Mark Morton getting a decent start down there on the bottom side, but Dylan Gray's getting a heck of a push there from Pylan. That Pylan's up there on the top side trying to get that top lane to move. And he does help push at 12 out front. As now he fights there up on the top side. He's going to see if he can pull himself along to get ahead of Morton. Here comes Ace as he pushes Morton along. Man, oh man, what a battle. Oh, hang on to it. We got one down there on the bottom of the racetrack. 28 there. Caution is out. We're going to have a green-white checker. Did not quite see who ended up going around there at the moment. Go ahead and double check this here. I see that 98 down there on the bottom side. I want to say it's back here a little bit, but unsure. As you see how tight that racing is. Up there against the top side, you got one into that outside wall, going to get loose. Bring it down into the 78. At 37, back up into the outside wall of Travis Eccles. That'll very well may be your caution. Well, Ben, you going to sit and watch the GT3s tonight? We've got 3 laps to go here at Echo Park. Rowdy out front. Dylan Grace there second. Mark Morton third. The 84 getting a waiver around. That's Chad Hawkins. Wayne's worked himself up into 21st. Laps down. Head on back down through the backstretch. Lights still on that pace machine. Getting them doubled up. Green, white checker now from this point forward. out here through the corner. Side by side back here in fourth and a fifth. You got them side by side. And you got Barker down there on the inside. McKee up on the outside. And McKee gets out there in front of Barker now as he gets it down there to the inside. Pilot out front. 2 laps to go. As they work through 3 and 4 coming to the line. It is now 1 lap to go. Look out. It can be anything goes now. As you can see them all fighting for it back here towards the back. Trying to gain as much position as they can as they're 3 wide up here at the front. Pilot now up there and oh no. That 28 gets turned. Look out. There goes the field. Right there behind Dylan Gray's. Pilot's involved. Dylan Gray's out front. Chris Ramsey up here to third. Man, oh man, what a last lap calamity there coming out of going in turn number 3. Dylan Grace gets the win. Barry Tolson gets second. Chris Ramsey there in third. Let's go back real quick and, we'll go and look at that here in a moment. And we got Dylan Grace as the winner here. Man, oh man, what a mess that one was. See if we can find our winners here. Starting with Ramsey. Ah, found him. Good evening, Chris. How's it going?
Hey, man, it's going good now.
Well, them C's parked for you there.
I mean, a lot of those cars in the last lap decided to park it, and I just went ahead and just kept it wide open and found some paths and then got lucky at the end. There was a couple of wrecks that happened, and I made the best of what I could, tried to be in the right place at the right time.
And that little craziness happened that last lap, and I've seen it more than once. That white flag comes out, it's almost anything goes at that point.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't let off, and then I was didn't do a little bit of banging on the side, but I was going to hold my spot. I wasn't going to do it, and I went under where I could go and missed a couple of wrecks and finished third tonight. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I don't know who all survived tonight. I mean, there was just a mess behind you everywhere.
Yeah, there was 2 wrecks in front of me. One pretty quick, and then the leaders got into a wreck as well. I don't know what happened. I'll have to go back and look at that. But like I said, I didn't let off the gas and tried to find spots to hit and made it up there close as I could to get third place tonight. So I'm extremely excited to finish in third tonight.
How'd that car feel tonight here at Echo Park?
I mean, my car felt great tonight. I didn't feel like there was any issues. There was just some wrecks along the way in the last 10, 15, 20 laps. I was kind of moving up 2 or 3 spots each time, and like I said, I was around 11, 10 when the wreck happened, and then I had 2 wrecks at the end of the race, and basically it was, like I said, the right place at the right time. A little bit of luck on my side tonight.
Well, congrats there, and great job getting third place. You got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for helping you get there tonight?
I mean, definitely want to thank my partner with Chad that works with me during the race, and he had some first place up there running some laps tonight, so he was doing really, really well. Just had some bad luck, toward the middle of the race, and definitely want to give a shout out to Wagner's Welding for all they do and putting on this race, and other admins that do the same thing. You with the broadcast, and then race control as well.
All righty, well, our pleasure, and so glad that it worked out for you, and you were able to dodge that craziness there that last lap to bring home third place.
Yep, it was just, like I said, right place at the right time.
All righty, you have yourself a great night, and enjoy third place the best you can.
You did it. Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, that was Chris Ramsey, our third place finisher. Now we'll get with Barry Tolson. I think Tolson. Hey, Barry, how's it going?
Oh, can't complain, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing okay. That last name, is that Tolleson?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you got second place tonight in that 28 machine. How'd that car feel for you tonight?
Oh, can't complain with it. First time in these cars, so it was a learning experience all the way around.
Well, I mean, you did great. You had to avoid some craziness there on the last lap.
Yeah, I got into that craziness a little bit, but I was able to get through it better than everybody else, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was just everywhere you looked, there was somebody sideways.
Yeah, I'm happy to come out with a P2.
Well, you got P2, and you got sponsors. Shout out to anybody you want to thank getting into P2 tonight.
Oh, just our local engine builder here in Pelzer, South Carolina, Mark Newton.
Alrighty, well, congrats there, and we'll see how things can go going forward. As you got second here tonight, and we'll see what things go like going forward.
Yes, sir. That sounds good. I'll see y'all next race.
Alrighty, see you next race. Take it easy there, Barry.
Thanks, sir.
That was Barry, our second place finisher. Now we'll get with Dylan Grace. Good evening there, Dylan. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not a whole lot. Kind of take us through that last lap as you had some make some magic happen there on that last lap.
Yeah, so I was right in there, kind of right there in third, thinking I was going to get a third place finish there going through 1 and 2. Saw the 88 right in front of me. First off, I want to apologize to the 88. I was just trying to shove him out front of Jimmy there on the outside. I caused that wreck there. I apologize for it. But yeah, I was just trying to push the 88 up to the lead. And then once you got turned, they all started wrecking behind me. It was just coast to the finish line from there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you necessarily saw what happened there behind you, but it was just a mess everywhere.
Oh yeah, I looked in my mirror heading into 3, and I just saw cars going everywhere.
I mean, I don't know how many actually finished to come across the start-finish line. I mean, I've seen 4 of you, maybe 5 if we're lucky, but yeah, it's just the whole field, because not only did the front wreck, the back wrecked as well. So it pretty much wiped the field.
I think that's just Atlanta. You know, it's such a tricky track to get around with the new layout now. Really, the only place I'm comfortable pushing around this place is honestly on that back stretch. So it's such a tricky racetrack to get around.
Well, I mean, you did a great job. You came out with first tonight, and you got sponsors. Shout out to anybody you want to thank for getting that victory.
Yeah, I want to thank Wagner's Welding for putting this on for us every week. I want to thank all the admins for putting on practice races throughout the week. I really enjoy getting in the Discord lobby with the guys and talking. And then, of course, I want to shout out my teammates, Liam and Ryan in the race tonight, and Dakota at home. He wasn't able to make it to the race tonight, so.
Alrighty, well, congrats there on that victory, and we'll see you next week, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
Alrighty. Look forward to it. You have yourself a great night. Enjoy that victory.
All right, thank you.
All right, so that was Dylan Grace. Oh, that was Dylan Grace, our winner here tonight. Congrats to that. As you saw that wreck again there on the replay, just cars everywhere as they head into turn number 3. Take a look here at the 88 of Mark Morton. I see him come down through. Everybody just in line, doing what they can. They get loose there behind them. And you see they're just pushing really hard down through the back stretch. As Jimmy comes up, I don't know if that was necessarily the looking there. I don't know if that, I know he's apologizing. I don't know if that was completely him as we're watching it here. As he does get up there, he's pushing hard. He does push, but I think Jimmy was just as much at fault for that, as close as you guys were racing. He comes down, spins down across the infield, and then it's just everything's game on from there. I'm trying to figure out who might be here behind here to see exactly what happened on track. And you see, there goes the 88. Then the back crashes along with the front crashing again. And the 98 ends up involved with so many others. I mean, it's just calamity everywhere. Yeah, that's what I was getting at there, Parson. Is I didn't think that we could fully blame the 12 on that. I know he apologized and everything, but I can't put a blame on him. Just like I can't fully put the blame to the other guy either. I mean, they were racing really, really hard coming there onto the backstretch, and it happens. That's just one of them racing deals that happen. I mean, you feel for him, you don't want to see it happen, but unfortunately it does. So here's the results for tonight. In the Super Speedway Series tonight, bringing the Arca cars. Dylan Grace there in first, Barry Tolleson there in second, Chris Ramsey third, Adam Sprinkle there fourth, Matt Warhol there fifth, Matt Barker there in sixth, Jimmy Pyle in seventh, Eric Carpenter there eighth, Travis Eccles there in ninth, Gary Miller there 10th, Ben Summerford there in 11th, Tyler Manning there in 12th, Mark Morton there in 13th, Brandon McKee there 14th, Jack Wilkinson there in 15th, Samuel Lucia there in 16th, Jackson Miller 17th, 18th going to, well, if I hit the right button, 18th going to Levi Williams, Liam Beebe there 19th, Chad Hawkins there 20th, Wayne Isbell there in 21st, Jamin Bennett there in 22nd, Tim Richardson there 23rd, Ryan Hunter 24th, and Mike Presley back there in 25th. That is your finishing order for tonight, and we've got I'd say about another 45 minutes before we head into the FMA racing over at Newburgh tonight. So we'll catch y'all later. We're going to go from here from Atlanta and catch a quick flight to Newburgh to watch the GT3s. Thank you all for watching, and subscribe if you like what you watch.
Say how I feel, to know I let you down. 'Cause late nights turn to days, don't wanna let you down. With each breath we give away, it'll never be the same. I'm chasing somebody who won't ever ease the pain, but I don't want half of your heart, heart, heart.